my face. Oh, watch, I get a weird screenshot from pushing this hair out of my face. Watch. Just watch. I'm going to get a crazy thumbnail from getting this hair out of my face. Watch. Just watch. Hola, people. Oh, come on. What the heck is up with all this hair in my face? All righty. Okay, there we go. I had, and now this is getting my nerves. Now it's saying that my signal is bad because it's raining bad here. It is. It's like raining. Dim says, I've been watching you practically all day. So that means y'all going back and watching your videos. Good job. My lips are chapped. All right, there we go. How are you guys doing? It is raining here in South Florida. It is 6:30. I have a little bit of time before one of the most epic live evictions of Big Brother this season. Because I was like, I feel so bad for Kylan. Like, he saved Xavier, and Xavier sent him out the door via Big D tonight. Almost wish Big D was going home, though, while going to the jury house. But anywho, so I'm going to stay home for a little bit with you guys so that I don't miss any part of tonight's live eviction. So let me have me get on with y'all now, because then y'all I know, right? And I'm not doing it with my hands today, so I'm not stressing about lotion, but yeah. Man, I so wish, like, I watch live feeds. I know that Xavier is not going to do like the ultimate blindside to Big D, but man, I wish he would. Like, oh my gosh, Big D has done nothing. I feel really bad for Kylan, especially since he saved that fool. I don't know why Kylan didn't just send him out the freaking door. I'm like, what the freak was he thinking? But anywho, so I got to watch it live. I'm still pissed from last week. I cannot believe Azza. And I called it. I said it on Thursday. When I saw what she did and how she was cuddled up with Xavier, I said, oh, it was always a part of her plan to get rid of Hannah for somebody that don't want her. But whoever, you know. It is what it is. At this point, I guess it's Xavier's game to win, because I'm sorry, it cannot go to Big D or Azza. They have done nothing all season long. Nothing. It cannot go to them. I'm sorry. It's Xavier's. I have to root for Xavier at this point, even though I don't want to, but I have to. So yeah, we're gonna hang out for a little bit while I wait for Big Brother. And as soon as 7:50 come, I'm out of here. But how are you guys doing? If you're new here, you're like, what the heck? I thought this was about crafting and sublimation, all that. Why are we talking about Big Brother? Wait, why is it up there? Hey. But I am Shakeya, the professor of SILAHOLICS Anonymous. Normally, I'm doing a lot of silhouette talk and not a lot of Big Brother talk. But it's just, that's just kind of how we started today. But I do live videos such as this. I teach classes, boot camps, all in an effort to teach you guys how to use Silhouette Studio, which is the design program that controls the Cameo machines, but you can use it as a standalone graphic design program. There is so much that you can do with this program. So many things. I mean, I designed last night a funeral service program or obituary. So a lot that you can do with this program. We were talking today, the chip bags, designed my awards and tumblers, and we did the paddles the other day. So a lot that you can do with this program, and I am the best person to teach you how to use this program. You know, I love what I do. I love teaching this program, and yeah, that's what I do here. And I also answer questions about sublimation, pigment ink, party favors, and all sorts of things. So whenever I have like the Q&A, as long as it's not something that's like exclusively in a class, as far as like the answer, I'm here to help you guys and answer any questions you guys have. So feel free to go ahead and rapid fire them off. Already have your questions typed out. The more like the questions are in the feed and I can just kind of get to them, the better the session is. All right. We are also the home of, honestly speaking, if you don't know, we are the home of that Change the Game sublimation paper. If you're using something else, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and push it to the side like, and head on over to our website, shop.silaholics.com. If you are tired of baking in your craft room under 400 degrees, as low as 365 degrees with our paper, like 365 degrees output. You don't have to sit there all day, be able to get those jobs done a lot faster because you can submit as fast as 30 seconds. It does depend on the quality of your heat press, but if you're up there where you got a good heat press, 365, 30 seconds for pretty much everything, you're done. So it's our sublimation paper, and we have sublimation ink. The inks are incredible. This is the way the blacks come out, and that's plain paper setting, and that black saturation is friggin' amazing. All right. So check out our website, shop.silaholics.com. All right. So I see all of you guys. Hello. Demps was the first, then Danny. How y'all doing? And then over on Facebook, Kimberly. Thank you guys for having your notifications on and hanging out with me. Oh, the young ma'am, I appreciate the support. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I wish. Oh, how I wish. I wish Big D would have went home last week. I really do wish Big D would have went home last week. And Hannah was still there. All right, let's see. So we have a question here. When printing from sub printer, do I print from the one that says Epson or the one that says, oh, I don't know. It's all in how you have yours set up. Yeah, it depends on how yours is set up. Like mine, I changed the name of mine. So mine says like I have it labeled as a sublimation printer, my pigment ink printer. And so I have more than one pigment ink. So one says the main desk. So mine are labeled. So it all depends on how you have it set up. She says I missed 80% of it because I was at work being essential. Thank you. All right. And look, okay, for those who are not Big Brother fans, just give me a little moment. Just give me a little minute real quick. I'm trying to figure out Kylan's, people don't know Big D really has done a lot. Bro, we watched the live feeds. He sit around and just talk being a queen all the time. Like, he ain't done nothing but cook and lay around. That's it. What the heck has Big D done? Like, nothing. All season. At least Ozza finally did get a win, and then she blew that. But he has done literally nothing all season long. I was like, is Colin smoking some ish? They don't gave him some drugs up in there? Because, baby, we got live feeds, and we don't see him do nothing. Okay, so let's see. Hey. I am awesome. Shazra, how are you? Okay, so let's see. Big D is very delusional, and so was Kylan with that. And Xavier is only using him because he knows that he will not lose to Big D, because no one's going to win. No one's going to vote for someone who's done absolutely. Well, I can't say that because I'm still trying to figure out how Josh won over Paul. Don't get me wrong. Paul was a thorn in my side for 2 seasons, but Paul definitely, that was really that was something where they just hated on Paul, but Paul played the heck out of that game. I still don't understand how Josh won. I cringe when he won. And I'm just like, his facial expression when he won, I was like, oh my God. It was just horrible. That is one I still do not understand how they voted for Josh instead of Paul. Like, you had to give the man props. Paul played the heck out of that game. Like, that's how bad it's burned in my brain that I can just mimic it. Oh, I hate it when Josh won. Oh. Yeah, they just didn't like Paul whatsoever. They just did not like Paul at all. Am I blurry? Because it's saying I have absolutely no signal whatsoever. It's saying it's completely unstable. So if I am blurry or I sound crazy, I'm sorry, because I can't see it. My playback screen looks completely clear. I did not like Paul the first season. It was kind of like mixed, but the second season, he deserved it. My greatest winner of all time, I'm sorry, Derek, the police officer, he played that game I think that is the perfectly played game. I'm just like, man, I loved his win. I thought that was one to where he really deserved that one. So, all right, come on. No Big Brother talk. Where is the craft talk? Yeah, he deserved MVP, favorite play, America's favorite player. Derek literally deserved it all that year. She says me and Derek were together in my mind. Do you know he was married, right? Which one? You better not be talking about Nicole. No, Nicole. I'm so glad Nicole finally found her boo thing, because Nicole was with 3 different people on the show, but can't be talking about Nicole. Although I did like her, but I was like, yeah. I mean, she did good, but it took her quite a while to get there. Okay, let's see. Oh, you're saying no, that should have won. Oh, okay. When using the plain paper setting, will changing the density from -20 make a difference in the intensity of the printout? I'm a little concerned about changing my settings. It not too much. You really especially if you're using premium matte and you're taking your density down that much. If you're using plain paper, there should be no reason why you have to go to negative, unless you're on a Mac. For a Mac, that's just standard on a Mac. If you're on there, that's where it kind of starts at, and that's perfectly fine. If you're on a PC, it definitely should not be at 20 if you're using plain paper setting. Now, if you're using premium matte, then yeah, you're probably going to have to be in that 15 to 20 inch, negative 15 to negative 20 range, but definitely not for plain paper setting. Plain paper, I'm anywhere between 5 and 10. If it's a lot of black, I'll go to maybe 15, but yeah, never over 20 for plain paper setting. Okay, yeah. With the Mac, that 20 is pretty much average. That's almost like having it on 0. It's just the way Macs are. I mean, I know people who've gone all the way to -40 and they're still golden. All right, so this one I will ask, if you're on Facebook, if you can share it out to Facebook groups, if you can safely share. I know, some Facebook groups don't, but if you know of a group and, you've seen live videos and things like that, and you're able to share, definitely go ahead and share it out. And if any questions that you guys have for me, if no questions are posted, I'm not going to hold you guys here. This isn't like a class. I did not do Incredible today because I was tired because I was being a perfectionist and designing a funeral program. And I was tired and I didn't want to think about anything, trying to figure out, trying to put the design together, figure out what I was going to sub. I was just tired. So I did not do Incredible today segment. So I just came back to do another Q&A. But if you guys have no questions for me, I'm not going to hold you guys up. Makes no sense to sit here and for y'all just to stare at me like I dream a dream. But definitely share it out. Maybe, someone else has a question and they're pulling their hair out right now. And it's like, I can't figure this out. If you happen to see that, go ahead and copy the link for this, send them that link and say, look, you need to get on because the professor is on answering questions. And if she can't answer it, get nobody answer it. If it's a question that you sent me, then you're going to have to do a clean. I thought I responded back. I don't know. I was in a one-on-one session, so maybe I didn't respond back. You're going to have to watch my video on doing a clean uninstall. So if it just will not open and it constantly keeps just shutting down, then you're going to have to, I'm not sure which version you're on. So when people ask that question, it's so many. Oh no, I know why I kind of stopped because I was going to refer you to the business email. For those who are listening now, if you guys could, if you have a question, send it to SILAHOLICS Anonymous's inbox or Honestly Speaking's inbox. I'm supposed to be, I was bad girl today and answered a couple of them instead of sending them to the proper channels, but I will not be answering messages from my personal inbox. I have Facebook groups. You guys can post it to the Facebook groups. And I've helped so many people to where if I'm not available to answer, hopefully somebody else can guide you in the right direction. But I kind of have to cut that off because it gets ridiculous and I'm spending too much time in my inbox. I have amazing Facebook groups and that's what those groups are for. I don't do demos and live Q&As and stuff just exclusively in my Facebook group. I share this with everyone. My Facebook groups, though, is a place to go for help. When you need help, if I'm not on the live, post your questions, post as many pictures as possible, post as much information as possible. If you're having an issue with Silhouette Studio, tell me which version you're using, like 4.1, 4.2, 4.3, 4.4, business edition. Let me know exactly what's happening. If you got screenshots, the more information that you can put in that post, the easier it's going to be because I'm going to come back and ask you those questions anyway. So, okay, so you did the clean uninstall. Okay. So she says, I've been trying to convert an image to a cut file for 2 days with no luck. So what type of image is it? That's a loaded question. Is it something that, did you trace it? So when you're saying you've been trying to convert it for 2 days, what did you do? Did you trace it? Are you trying to cut it up to where it is multiple colors? Are you trying to make it a print and cut file? A lot of questions goes with that. So is it something that's on Google where I can search for it and then, or do you want, like, I will give you permission if you want to inbox me, maybe a screenshot or something of it, And I'll tell you if it's something that you can make into a cut file. For anything, in order to make it into a cut file, you have to trace it. There's no other way to make it a cut file other than to trace it. I have a 6100 Epson printer I use for vinyl, and my settings are not right. I have no idea. I've never even heard of a 6100. What type of printer that is? Is that an expression? And you're saying you're using it for vinyl, meaning what? You're saying what's not right on it? What ink are you using in it? What type of vinyl are you putting in it? A lot of questions there. It's a PNG file that was sent to me. I traced it, but it's still all wrong. Well, it's probably not how you're tracing it. So if you want to send me, I mean, if you can send it to me, I can take a look and tell you if it's something that can even be done. Not every image can be made into a cut file. Oh, you weren't the one. You actually did it right. You sent it to me in the right spot. You sent it to SILAHOLICS Anonymous. That wasn't you I was referring. I was thinking of somebody else, because I actually just looked at the post, the comment. So no, that wasn't you, because yours went to the right spot. Yeah, you did good. Oh yeah, because yours, I forgot to send it, and you just told me that you got it working. So the size is not coming out 4x6. So again, I have no idea. Most times the settings are still the same. So if I go over to Silhouette Studio, but you will need to make sure that your page size is if the paper that you're putting in there is 4x6, then you need to make sure that under your print settings for media size, you are selecting 4x6, whatever program you are designing from. Your design page size needs to be 4x6. So everything must match. If it is 6 across and 4 down, that is landscape. If it's 4 and 6 down, that is portrait. All of those small things are very important when it comes to setting your print settings. I was trying to put a name on an image. How do I do that? It's a little, okay, you guys, you understand that there's like 30,000, like you got to kind of give me more than that. Putting a name on an image is still like, are you saying that you don't know where to go at to type text? Like, so that's the thing. Like if the question is, how do I type text? Then I'll know that's what you want to do. But if you know how to type text, putting a name on an image, okay, what are you referring to? Are you trying to put it in one small spot, just across the front of it? Because if it's just putting a name on something, you just type it out and you just layer it on top. Are you trying to do this for sublimation? Are you trying to do it for heat transfer vinyl? Like there are so many things. You guys kind of have to stop. You have to be very, very specific. I'm on here. Normally I'm on here for an hour. So you can take the time to write out your question. The best thing to do, Miss Catherine, is to set up a one-on-one session so I can see everything that you're doing. Because when you're saying it still does not work, that doesn't tell me exactly what's happening. So she said, okay, well, I did everything. 2 sets of Epson originals, purge files, nozzle checks, print head cleanings, push hair, took apart the print head. And that might be what it is. I mean, when you took apart the print head, like that was kind of drastic. You should have contacted me before then. I just put your refillable cartridge pigment, still broken lines. I mean, your print head may just have broken segments. And that's the thing, like before you took it all apart, now you've taken it apart. I'm not sure if it's under warranty. The printers can mess up. I know when you first did it, you just put the wrong one in there. And there were things that could have been done to fix it. So I don't know if at this point when you're saying, like, I don't know the extent of what like what the extent of taking the print head apart, like what you mean by that, because there's a lot of stuff to that you take it all, like, because you really can't get underneath it. There's like the one little black piece that you can take out at the bottom. So I don't know what the extent of like that, like what that looks like as far as you saying you took the print head out. Because that was very drastic and you shouldn't have had to get to that point to do it. So I can't say if that maybe messed it up. So then I would need I need to actually see it. So I would recommend that you set up a session with me so that I can actually see what it is that like may be wrong, like to see how bad the lines are, to see to make sure like the cartridge, because if like the part that's concerning to me is you went back to original Epson. Is that you went back to original Epson cartridges. So the fact that like, because those are sealed, and if it wasn't working with that, then that tells me that there was seriously something wrong with your print head, and just taking it out and cleaning it may not be what's going to like fix it. Because if it was a not to say a mechanical, but like if it was like an actual malfunction of the print head, doing all of that could have just made it worse, especially if you use the Epson ones. So something like that, I really need, like, if you guys have those types of issues, I need you just to book a session so that I can actually see what's going on before we kind of take those drastic measures, okay? Oh, you were watching my video as you were messaging me. Oh, okay. Hold on. Did you send me the other picture? Okay. So which is kind of crazy because that's what they call my cousin. So the killer bees part, you're not going to be able to separate that. Like that's something where you were going to have to manually trace or recreate that, because that is a lighter gray on top of a dark blue. So you're not going to be able to isolate that. Then you have what's this thing called? A lightning bolt. That's also something that the best thing for you to do, that's just straight lines. So you're going to trace that with edit points. I'm not sure if this is something where I could show it on the screen or not, but this is something where you will not be able to just do a trace on it. This is actually going to be multiple traces, and it's going to be some manual tracing in there as well. Okay. Let me go over here. So it's coming out 4x6. I need 8.5 by 11. I'm not sure if there are certain drivers that you have to have. Well, you should install the drivers, and it should still look the same. Pretty much all Epson printers, once you install the drivers, they pretty much look the same. So if you're designing in Silhouette Studio or whatever program, you need to make sure that your design page is 8.5 by 11. That's always the first step. Your design page size must match the size paper that you're going to print to. There we go, 8.5 by 11. Then when you go to print, your document size must also match that. So you're going to go here and you're going to choose letter 8.5 by 11. I don't want this to be borderless. And you're going to then fill in whatever other settings you want. So if it's glossy like photo paper that you're putting it on, then you're going to go to photo paper glossy, always standard, never high. And then all the other settings. But this is what really matters. Your document size, what size is there. If your preference screen does not look like this when you go into your print settings, then you don't have your drivers. So now you need to go and install your drivers. Okay. Okay. So I understand for sublimation. Do you not know how to start text is that you're just saying, so in Silhouette Studio, so because like if you tell me how to put text on something, my natural answer is going to be you're going to go to the A on the left-hand side. You're going to click on your screen and you're going to type out the name. And if your image, if your photo was like this star, I'm just going to fill this in with color. So like maybe is that what you're asking me? Like the photo is in front of it. So if that's what the question is, like how can I bring the name to the front? You would click on your image, right click and send it to the back. And then now your name is on top of your image. You can fill it with color. You can change the font on it. If it's a script font, we're going to go ahead and weld it. But this is now a name on top of an image. So if that's not that, like, you know, I need to know, you see what I'm saying? Like, how come I'm trying to say how to put this? Like, if you just tell me how to put a name, my natural thought is just to say, okay, you're going to go to the A and you're going to type it. A lot of people kind of already know that part. So was it that, okay, I'm typing it, but my name is behind my image. How do I put it in front of it? That's a different type of question. So you have to be a little bit more specific. Yep. There you go, Miss Dempsey. Got to be a little bit more specific with these questions. Exactly. Awesome, Samantha. Everybody give it up for Samantha. Woo-hoo! She got her business license last week. Y'all celebrate her win with her. Good job. Woo-hoo! All right. So, quick question. How long did it take you to build your website from start to finish? And how long did it take you to start making sales? Well, I'm a little bit different in that I've been doing this for a long time. My website was like for classes, for like any templates and files and things that I had, but it was just a way for me. It was easier for me to tell people to go to the site to buy it because I teach classes. So I'm teaching and, you know, I'm saying, hey, I have a class. I have a template. And it's like, okay, this is where you go to buy it. So I'm a little bit different than just doing custom items. And then I was still, you know, I already had a platform, I already had a website. So once we added ink and paper to it, again, I'm live all the time. I am my own commercial. I get on here, I promote, and I bring brand awareness. You guys have to continue to do that. Just posting one time, they were probably at work. They were probably sleeping. They probably was getting a hunch on something where they didn't see your post. So you're going to have to post it more than one time. Kellogg's commercials come on 20,000 times back to back on channel 7, channel 10, channel 4. You catch it when you catch it. So you guys have to constantly be putting out content, whether it's especially videos. I don't care if you just go, you have your nice little background, you take it, you put the rotating, put it on the rotating one, kind of do that, do a voiceover, or get like some royalty-free music, and you're letting it go and like letting it play, but you got to do something. Videos, the algorithm for that is higher. It tracks higher for that. But you guys just have to continue to push people to your site. If you are talking to someone in person and talking about your product, inbox your family. Stop letting them text you to make orders. If you have a website, send it to them. You can talk it up and okay, yep, it's gonna cost you this, 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 and this. All right, so now go to my website and finalize the order. That's what you have to do to kind of push traffic to your site. As far as building it, I might not be the one because I'm a Shopify partner. It wasn't that hard in how it was, how I set up. I mean, even before I was a Shopify partner, just going in there and just understanding. The hardest part is choosing a theme, which I talk about in my doctorate program. I feel like it's a never ending battle to finish your site. It's never finished. It's always some sort of change because you have to refresh your images. If you go to Nike site today, next week, next month, you're not going to see those same images. You're not going to see the same sales. So your site is never something that is ever finished. You're going to always be working on your site. Awesome. Look at all those congratulations for Samantha. Woohoo! Get it, get it, get it, get it. My image is coming out half when I try to print. So that's a totally different. Okay, so is this a new question from before? Because your question before was a little bit different. So now if it's coming out half, then I have to ask the question. What do you have the design page set to? What size paper are you using? Are you, what are your settings on it? Do you have that 2-up thing on there? So now that's a whole another set of questions that I have for you based off of that question. Congratulations, Samantha. Congratulations, Samantha. You caught that? And you would be the only person, Dips, that would mention it. Like, you actually caught that. They don't say that word in other states. That's only a Florida thing. We're not the only ones that say that. Other people be saying that. They do. See, or everybody else probably caught it. They just wasn't going to call me out on it. See, you called me out on it. I'm like, I can't believe you really wrote that back in there. But they probably was. They didn't see it because they was getting busy. Do you have a video on how to print larger when you only can print 8.5 by 11? Yes, I do. So I did that during my SILAHOLICS Anonymous month. I also have a video on how to split it. I have a class on how to do it. But if you don't went to the class, there are videos for it. So during SILAHOLICS Anonymous month, during Sublimation week, there was one that was called Oversized Designs. So I went and showed you how to print out to split them using the crop and how to tape them together and then press them. So you can look at that video. I also have one when I did on the 2720, I did on my roll paper and I taped 2 of them together. So you can also watch that video that shows you how to tape multiple pages together, whether it's sheets or the rolls to make it bigger. That's right. She just said what we were laughing about. Oh, so y'all don't know what that means. She was like, I kind of wonder what it meant. Kind of have an idea from how you said it. Oh yeah, it means relations. See, down here, like the older folks would say Hernchin. Oh gosh, but yes, it means relations. Tomorrow morning, after my live, so book it tonight and schedule the time. So or email me and let me know how early, and then also inbox me and let me know what it is that you're wanting to do the session on, because that's actually also a very, very, very big part of it. If depending on what it is, so if you send me a message, or if it's about that file, then it just has to be after my live. I keep telling him that, and he's just loud, mommy. He's loud. He talking about some oopsie. Keep telling him that. I'm like, dude, I had him close my door. He's on the phone with his friends and he's just super, super loud. Either that or you just got major grandmother ears, because everyone still says to this day they never heard me yell. You are the only person that heard me yell. I just think you really got some super, super grandma ears, because no one heard me yell but you. No, not Granny, your grandmother. No, your grandmother. My mother? Oh. Grandma. I say grandmother. I call her grandma. You couldn't say grandma. Like my granddaddy used to say, he told me I need to go find a baby instead of saying having a baby. Okay. Now the name part of it, not much I can do. Like, you're gonna, like, I mean, that's something either gonna find that file or trying to trace that manually. Like, that's really thin. That's gonna be horrible to cut. Now the rest of it, it's possible. It's you can work around it, but that name, that's really too thin. I should be interesting enough. Okay, perfect. Uh-oh. I just want to thank you for constantly talking up your honesty speaking. SPINK. We got to have that ink. We brand on that ink paper. It is also seen on Craftable Things. That's my girl. Finally tried it last night. You did not lie. Color totally popping. Thank you for that, Vanessa. And thank you, Patrice. I watched a video where you said you can use regular ink in your printer when you need to test prints and do not want to waste sub ink. I mean, you can always go back and, like, if you want to put your, like, it's not really, if you're buying ink, let me tell y'all something. This ain't wasting ink. So unless you mean, like, okay, so you're saying, like, to test, hold on, you need to test prints. You can't press regular ink. So if you're needing to press it, you have to use sub ink. But as far as, like, just doing a little test to test color, well, you can't even test colors with regular ink because it's activated. But when you're buying, well, this is the pigment ink one, but when you're buying ink like this and you're doing refillables, this is very cost effective. If you are, like, trying to switch back and forth to the Epson ink, that costs way more money than this. So this is, by you having a refillable system, woo, it's great for testing and stuff like that. Like, you're using, like, pennies of ink when you're printing out, especially like small test ones. But you can't, like, I'll use it for like if I'm trying to figure out a template for something, I'm going to print it to my regular printer just to figure out if the template fits and stuff like that, but not for colors or anything like that. You cannot press it to anything because regular ink is not heat activated. and then change the sub ink with just doing a printhead cleaning. So I would recommend going back and forth to do that. I don't do that. I have several regular printers. So I don't put regular ink in my Sublimation printer just to do tests. So if I did say something like that, like, like I'm making templates, I have 3 pigment ink printers. I have a laser printer. So I have, I have 3 pigment inks. I have a laser printer that I can print regular things too. So I'm not switching the cartridges in and out of my regular, of my Sublimation printer. Thank you. I should have y'all drop goats. Who's the goat? Any other questions for moi? I'm trying to think. Mommy, I was kidding. Here y'all go. I was kidding. Here go Dips. Here go my mama. I love y'all. Oh my God. Oh my God. Y'all are crazy. Thank y'all though. Thank you for that. I upgraded to Silhouette to do rhinestones. Any suggestions on how to make doing them, doing that easier? In order to do a rhinestone design, it has to be vectorized. So if it's something that must be traced, like if it's just a regular image, you have to trace it first. It has to be a path in order to make it a rhinestone design. I have always said that Silhouette Studios rhinestone design is not for very detailed things because it's not the greatest. It doesn't fill things in properly. I've shown, I go to this one, like the star really, really shows the limitations of the rhinestone feature. Hold on. Woo! Oh, it was just my eyelash, child. I thought something flew in my eye. Lord, I was about to scream and holler. I can't stand y'all. Oh, y'all so sweet. Oh, I'm glad y'all can't see me blushing. Okay. So, I'm going to convert this to a path, right? Something like this, it is small. And then there's space in here. Ideally for rhinestones, if it was like, I'm just going to make a T here. Okay, well, it's kind of almost looking like a J, but I meant to go the other way, but anywho. So let's say I'm going to take this, I'm going to make it a compound path. I'm going to go over here to the rhinestone tool, and I'm going to make that a line. I'm going to fill that in. It's still like, because of like, see how that went kind of weird? Because I filled it in. You can't really fill it in just a straight line. So we have to keep it here, and it follows that. If you do this one, it's going to try and go to the edge. You're not going to be able to read that because it's not big enough to have the stones and have it be legible. I can go down to 6, but you still can't really tell and make out the letters. It needs to be bigger in order for you to actually see it. So it's things like that, knowing when you have to adjust it and once you adjust it. So with 6SS stones, we can see it. If I were to take this up to 10SS, you can still somewhat see it. It's not as clear. If we were to go to 16 with the bigger stones, you can somewhat, but it's not legible. But if I were to make it bigger, I could use 16 and then it will be completely legible going around the edge. But this will never be like where it's just kind of like this T and the I, just a single line of stones, which that way you would be able to see it a lot better. If you fill it in, it's going to look cuckoo crazy and you're going to miss certain spots. Silhouette Studio's Rhinestone tool isn't the greatest for creating a lot of like custom things, especially with text. I actually prefer, if I need to do Rhinestone, I prefer to buy Rhinestone fonts where it's already done and it's done in a program like Corel Draw with like Rhinestone Wizard and things like that. This Silhouette Studio Zone is really like, I mean, you can do some basic stuff, but you can also go in and add additional stones, but that takes up a lot of time. I'm going to do this, one of the downfalls of it. So like, let's say here, right? Why is it that this is a star? All of the points on a star are the same, right? But on this and the way that it's oriented, this fills in here, but it doesn't fill in the same way here or here. We have gaps or here. Why is that? So it's kind of crazy the way it kind of comes out. So now this one, we have it and we just kind of, now we have like the radial in here. There's still some spots and we can probably change the spacing, add some more to make it a little bit tighter. Then that's to the outside. We go to the 10, we go inside. See, we still don't have that. We go to radial. It's going to fill in a little bit more. And now you're going to be uniform because it's going to go around the edges and then work its way in. So it really depends on the image, like the image or the shape that you're using and what it is that you want to do with it. Okay. I'm going to do something while I, hold on. All right, let's see. I was going to say the same thing, print on a regular printer if you want to see how your sub image will print. I print to my laser printer to test. Have I ever considered DTG, DTF? Hells no. I hope I don't get demonetized for that, but that's just not my zhuzh. I'm not a fan of it. I'm really not. I like DTG and how it looks, but we don't have a print shop. I don't take on orders like that anymore. Hopefully, once we get back into the storefront and I have a little bit more space, I have more staff, I can get back to design. And I want my shop to be where I can sell, you know, shirts and stuff like that. Because if I do say so myself, my designs are kind of bomb. I still, you know, people still come to me even when I try and be like, okay, no, I'm not doing this. They're like, okay, Shakeya, yeah, but I need this for this day. And I'm like, didn't I say I'm not doing that? And they don't pay me no attention. So yeah. Eventually I do want to kind of get back into it to where I can create and I'll have my staff make shirts, and DTF is some DTG, not DTF. DTG is something that I have considered. But that is a really big investment. I have T-shirt talk and I talk about that. So between the machine and then having to pre-treat shirts, it's a lot of steps to it. It's not just kind of go and just print on it. You have to pre-treat. Before it used to be there were only certain shirts that you can use. Now there are inks and there are printers where you can print DTG to polyesters. Before it had to be not just any type of cotton, it had to be wrung, spun cotton because it takes the pre-treat and the ink goes on there a certain way. So there's a lot to this. Don't think that, oh, it's like, oh, I just want it because people want color shirts. I don't want to have to cut it. It's a lot to it, and it can be very, very, very pricey. Depending on, and you know, you have to use that all the time. The white ink goes through so fast, and that's like one of the most expensive ones. So there's a lot of things to consider when doing DTG, but DTF is not on my radar in any way, shape, or form. Not necessarily. I hate seeing that red line, but it would have actually still filled in anyway. Once I put the rhinestones, it would have become a path already anyway. But you do have to trace in order for it to fill in. If it's just text, you don't have to weld it. or convert to path, but it's just a natural habit for me for other design things. Okay, wait, what the heck did I just do? Hold on. Oh, well, got all messed up. Okay, so she says, I'm so excited because I just discovered my laser printer can be used as a small format white toner printer. The white toner cartridge is hella pricey though. Yeah, I mean, you can use a regular laser printer as as for toner image. You just wouldn't be able to put white. So if like our design, like HS Ink, I don't have white in that at all. So if I wanted to use my laser printer to print onto the MB paper, hard surface paper, or anything like that, I can, because there's no white in this design. So I would be able to do that with a toner one and then put it on a white shirt. And I can use the hard surface one. I can put it on a cup and things like that. So a regular laser printer can produce toner transfers. You just won't have white in it. And there are some printers where they have what's called a ghost toner, and you can switch it out. You have to have your RIP software, of course, but you can switch out your black for the white toner. Yesterday, there was a sale for a class that last year I wanted to purchase it. So, yep, it's too late. It was actually on sale 2 days in a row. So, yeah, that is no longer on sale. It is $215 for that class. Do you have a video on how to use 2 sketch pens? And so I don't see why y'all like using sketch pens. I've used them once, and it was like the marker ones, and they kind of dried out. I know how to put them in there. Is it something that I do often? Nope. I haven't even used my quill pens yet, and I need to do those. But because how it's not like printing. So if you want to fill in a word, like it'll go through, it'll take you forever in a day. When using sketch pens, it needs to either be a line font where it can follow that one line. If it is anything that has outline or any amount of thickness to it, you're going to see the gap, and you're going to have to do internal offsets to fill that in, or afterwards go in and fill it in. And then the time that it takes to. So I'm not sure what it is that you're trying to use it for, but I know some people say, oh, they'll use it to label or to put like address, like to do their addresses for like wedding invitations. That's a long time to go and load all of that. I'd rather just print it out. So I will say I don't do a lot of sketch pen stuff. I have done a bit more so sketch markers, because if it's a little bit like not too thick, the markers will, like, once it kind of comes back around, it'll fill in to where it'll look like it's solid. But I'm not one that really does a lot with sketch pens. I like the sketch tool because I've created like some ice designs, and I've created some other things like by using the sketch tool, and like just the way like how all of that works, and some spirals and stuff. So the sketch tool I love. Sketch pens, no, I don't try it. I will say I'm not one where I have done every single type of craft that you can think of on the machines. I like to teach the program first, and the machine for me is secondary. And I mainly use mine for a lot of print and cuts, vinyl, and things like that. No, rhinestones are available in Designer, Designer Plus, and Business. Hello, Miss Craftable. Exactly. It's actually between all the platforms. I'm looking, so hopefully everywhere. And like Facebook right now, there are 10. Most of you guys are on both of the, like on the YouTube channel. So there are 10 people on Facebook watching right now, but there's only one thumbs up. Yep, that's definitely a problem. Oh my gosh, I literally just was doing my template. All my holes did not come out, so I did it 2 passes to wait. I did do 2 passes. So spending an hour or so scraping and poking out the holes helped. How do you not go through that again? You have to just figure out what's going to be the right setting. So it's like doing some smaller designs. Rhinestones take a long time to cut. They are not quick. If it is a design that has a lot of like detail to it, it can take a while to go in and cut all of those circles. But it's going to take, taking smaller pieces and getting the right setting and writing them down to find out the perfect one. And that's a thicker material. It's going to wear on your blade a little bit more than something that's thinner. So if you're doing a lot of rhinestone designs, doing a lot of paper cutting, you're going to go through a lot of blades. Some people are still sitting on blades from when they brought their machine 3 years ago. I used to be one of those people. I had my blade in there for like a year and a half. And then like once I changed it, I just felt like my whole life changed once I finally changed. I was like, oh, we can get really good cuts if we change our blades. So now I don't baby blades. To me, they are a part of business. It's a part of our budget, our annual budget, to buy blades, because that is what it takes to run like the custom side of my business. So I don't try to, so people say, oh, just get aluminum foil. Look, I make too much money to be trying to sit here and deal with no dang aluminum foil. I ain't got time for that. Just give me some new blades. I really don't like when you're trying to be like efficient. Like if you want to kind of keep them off to the side and maybe one day like later and go in and do it, then like having to deal with that. If it's really, really bad, I'd rather just put a new blade in. Same thing for mats. I used to try and, tape it now I still tape it down because sometimes it's just like Cricut mats suck now. I love them, but it used to be a lot better. They made them to where they're not as sticky because they took away that smell, but I like the smell. It was nothing like pulling that plastic off of a Cricut mat and smelling the aroma of the adhesive. I love the smell. I don't know which one of y'all people complained about the smell of the Cricut mats and made them change it, but mind y'all business next time, because some of us appreciate the fact that it had good stick for a real long time, and some of us like the smell of Cricut mats. Who told y'all to change our stuff? But I used to have cracks. I would tape the cracks. I don't do that anymore. Now, if it gets to a point where it's cracked, if it gets to a point to where I've washed it a few times and now it just really has no stick whatsoever, that mat is going to be something I'm just going to cut on top of, or like glue stuff, like, craft on top of, but I'm going to definitely have a new one. Like I have several mats sitting there. And my mats don't go out as fast because I don't use the same one. Like if I have like a big job, I'm going to load paper on I'll have 4 or 5 different mats and I'm loading the paper and I'm just putting them in the machine and I'm going. As one is cutting, I'm unloading that one, putting a new paper on, then that can go in. So because I rotate through like a lot of mats, I feel like mine don't go out as fast anymore, but it's more of an investment because I have more mats that are outside, like that are in rotation. Oh, trust me, I'm watching the time. Oh, yes. I've only done one set, y'all. And then I'm so pissed because I thought I was going to play around with it today. And they literally sent me, if y'all see this roll of black vinyl, I'm like, what in the heck am I going to do with all this black vinyl they just gave me? So I have to wait now until tomorrow for them to give me my clear and my white. I thought I was going to be able to play today, but I was not able to play with Roro today. So y'all got to give me a minute to kind of get acclimated with the thing. So I don't know. I have to go through it, really, do my cost analysis for how much it's going to cost before I go and just put kind of a price and stuff out there for stickers. Like, dang, I just did my first print. Y'all ready, but thank you for the support. I appreciate that. Will I ever do a comparison of the four? There's no comparison. There's no comparison of it. The Roland is a printer. It cuts totally different. There's really nothing to compare at all. For the amount of money that I paid for that and what I'm going to use it for, I would never use Roland for, like, I use mine for my print and cuts. I use it for, I mean, I could use it for vinyl, but that's just a waste of how much of a beast of a printer it is. It would be a waste for me just to cut regular vinyl on that. I have a US cutter for that. So there's really no comparison in them. So I doubt I will ever do a comparison video because they're two totally different machines, two totally different beasts. Hey, Shakeya, wanted to know if you were at some point going to do the tutorial for DIY screen print. And at some point, I don't know when though. Yes, I only use Cricut mats with my Cameo. I hate silhouette mats. They are flimsy. They get all those little shards in them. I hate silhouette mats. I only use Cricut mats. Even if you brought the template, it's not a matter of 3-pack. I have never cut sticky flock. When I did my rhinestones, I used manila folders. I did so I did one where I cut with manila folders. I did one where I pressed vinyl onto adhesive. Like I pressed heat transfer vinyl onto adhesive vinyl, and I used that to press, like, to brush my stones and stuff in. When I cut regular flock, and that's all it is, it's just flock like I like a flock HTV, but with sticky on the back. I don't do multiple passes for that. So I don't know if sticky flock is a whole lot thicker than regular flock. I normally can do it in like 2 passes, but what you're going to have to do is find the right blade depth, the right force, the right speed to be able to cut through it. And I would still recommend to at least 2 passes to go through it. When I'm doing cardstock, I do 2 passes. I try not to do 1 pass because you put a lot of pressure and wear and tear on your blade. So I typically cut my cardstock in 2 passes. I don't rush mine. Like, I don't feel like it's a race to, to finish. So I rather have it done right than be like, like I'm rushing to do it. Most times, like for orders, I will prep unless I get something where it is like, it was like a last minute one. I'm going to prep before and have everything done so I'm not worried about the time constraint of how long it takes to cut it. She says she pulled the paper off of the sticky flock. Where do I get my ideas from? Some of everywhere. I pull from just different experiences. I really feel like I was just blessed with a very kooky brain. I apply different things, like, I may have seen something that was something totally different, and I figured out a way to make it work for something else. So I think outside the box. So my ideas just come from this brain that I was blessed with, that God blessed me with, and just the ability to think outside of the box. $7:43. I told y'all like 7:50. I'm gonna be wrapping up. 7:55. I'm gonna be off so that I can go and put my Chinese rice on my plate. Actually, I probably need to stop at 7:50. Put my Chinese rice on my. Actually, no, because I don't really like to sit through the last time on Big Brother. I just watched that. This was yesterday. I don't even know what happened there, so I know I have that whole review thing, and they're going to talk about, all this stuff, whatever, before they actually get into it. And most of the stuff they're going to show today, I've watched on live feeds. So I just need to see the eviction part. Well, I just need to see the veto the veto ceremony and the eviction part. So I'm going to shut it down. I'm going to go and put my dinner on my plate, and then I'm going to sit in front of the television and watch Kylan go. Oh, wait, Jury House. No, I got to watch that because I'm pretty sure before I guarantee they're going to do Jury House with Tiff and Hannah, and Tiff being pissed when she finds out what Ozza did. Now that I got to see. I just wish one year they would give us feeds to Jury House. I could only imagine the conversations. I'm always so pissed with the little 10 minutes that we get, like, glimpse into the Jury House. I'm like, man, I wish they would give us some Jury House, like, feeds. I could only imagine, like, I would love to see how they are talking and strategizing about who they think should win. I'm like, man. Oh, I've always wished they had feeds. Like, I would pay premium for a Jury House feeds. I ain't gonna lie, I had me a cookout shirt for finale night, but then when Tiff and when Chado went home, I was like, I want to make this shirt, but I might make me a shirt to root for, because if jury votes for Ozza or Big D, Houston, we have a problem. So I'm going to make my shirt for X, for finale night next Wednesday. But, oh no, that's the 29th. Whoo, okay, wait. Yeah, I did do that. I did that properly. I was like, wait, Wednesday is but no, I did that properly. We have a business session on the 3rd. No, yeah, we have Profit by the Numbers, or we have something on the 30th. I did not do the 29th because finale night is actually the 29th. I was like, wait, did I schedule a class? Oh, I got scared for a second there. But no, it's on. We have either Profit by the Numbers or websites on the 30th. So yeah, the 29th is all free. Look, I'm not going to be on here messing around with y'all on the 29th. I will have my behind in my seat ready for finale night of Big Brother. Cannot wait. I don't have I didn't have any public classes. It's only the ones for my Academy members. Like, those are the only classes I did this month, other than Essentials to Silhouette Studio. That was the other public one that I did, but I didn't do any like public classes where I had to have a schedule for it. Kind of took a little break, from that, because I did so much last month. So only calendar that went out was for those who are Academy members, and that was posted in the Academy under the community, and it was posted in our exclusive Facebook group. Thank you. You're very welcome. Hey, just say. Hey, just say. Thank you so much for answering my questions. Hate looking at Q&As and never get any. Oh, honey, we don't do that over here. Round here, between Normandy and Weston. We call this here a little nala. I'm just playing. Y'all, to know me is to know that I'm going to make up a song or make up like that on the fly all the time. But no, over here, I answer questions. I don't come on here live just for y'all to look at me. I be mad when y'all don't answer questions. I need y'all to keep the questions flowing. I don't like dead air. If I get dead air, then I start to get goofy. Oh, I got an email that says, Honestly Speaking has reached 80,000 views. Woo-hoo! I'm also now at 17,200 subscribers on Honestly Speaking and 26 on SILAHOLICS Anonymous. Y'all playing with my emotions, though, because my subscriber count should be a lot higher. I don't understand what y'all are going through. Well, not y'all, because y'all are subscribed. But I don't understand other people are going through. Y'all know I will bust out with the song in a heartbeat and remix that thing. Thank you. I literally just saw the email. Thank you. It popped up and I clicked on it. I just hit 80,000 views. Oh, it is 7:50. I love y'all and everything. I had the heat press on. I was ready to press something. I don't even know what I was gonna press. I was gonna press something for y'all, but I think everybody here is family. As everyone here seen my paper in action, right? Everyone here knows about you're so close to 10,000 on your channel. Congratulations. 10,000 what, subscribers or 10,000 views? But I think everyone here has probably seen my paper in action. If not, yeah, I don't have time to really show it because it's 7:50 and I'm going to go put my dinner on my plate so I can go watch Big Brother. I should have asked that in the beginning. But still, go over to the site, shop.silaholics.com. I'm telling you, we have sample packs. If you want to try it out, you're going to be mad at yourself. I've gotten emails that says, OMG, I am so mad I only purchased the sample pack. This paper really is all you say that it is and more. Duh, girl. I don't tell no lies. So definitely go to the site, shop.silaholics.com. Get you some honest speaking paper. Lower temps, lower times, even in the tumbler press, 365, 30 seconds to do a tumbler, like each side. It's amazing. I'm telling you. Plain paper setting. Our blacks are black in the bottles. Like it ain't brown in the bottle. I don't have another one over here. That's pigment ink. It's black in the bottle. So it's bomb.com. So definitely check out shop.silaholics.com for all of your honesty speaking products. Oh, 100,000 views. Yeah, it probably should be there already too. But thank you. Almost there. But I need to get to forget 100,000 views. I need 100,000 subscribers. I'm gonna make my own play button. You're so far behind. She's gonna be watching this video well after I am off. Cardstock setting and take the flock off the carrier and cut it with 2 passes. Works for me every time. Fairly new blade though. Stick flock to the mat, then cut it on 2 passes. I have a coaster that I made with your paper. How do I post it for you to see it? If you're not on Facebook, then you would have to email it to me. But if you're on Facebook, you can post it to Silaholics Anonymous. Not Silaholics. Honesty Speaking 365 Sublimation group or on the Honesty Speaking Facebook page, or you can email me and give me permission to post it. I will post it on there for the world to see the beautiful coaster that you made. But you can also always email it to me for me to see it. The email's in the description of the video. She said, "Don't try it. Get that paper. Don't be showing yourself. They're gonna be mad with them little 20 sheets. Mad, big mad with those little 20 sheets." There you go. So don't forget, guys, I'm going to mention, of course, again tomorrow, Essentials to Silhouette Studio Refresher, live refresher via Zoom, meaning you are in a Zoom session with me. I can hear your voice. You can hear mine. You can talk back to me. You can say, "Hey, girl." We have like a little grace period. You can ask questions after you raise your hand. And, in real time, we're going to go over the left-hand side, go over tracing some more. That is on Saturday at 12:30. 12:30? 1 o'clock, one of those. On Saturday, Eastern Standard Time. My times are always Eastern Standard Time because I'm from the bottom. I'm a Miami girl, born and raised in the county of Dade. So my times will always be Eastern Standard Time. And on Saturday, if you've signed up for, like if you've ever, anyone who's ever purchased Essentials, you're eligible to come to the live refresher. It is the last one for this year. Next year, I'm going to teach Essentials from the beginning. And then it will have its refresher the same way I did this. So this is the last refresher for the year. All right. She says, I'm a living witness. Be mad about that 20. Be mad about those 20 sheets. She says, I was mad with the 20 sheets, but I ordered the 100 pack and the tacky rolls. Those, hopefully, they came off of Chinese holiday, so I'm hoping I got to wait till tonight to find out if they picked up the order, and hopefully the rolls will be here soon. Will you receive notification? No, because this is your notification. I've sent out an email to say that the refresher is there. So you should have received an email. Just go into it. So you can go, and if you can set your own reminder. So once you go on there, the link is already there. You click on it, you register, you can put it on your calendar, set yourself your reminder. But my reminders will be when I go live. But you just go there. The link is already there. And when you register for like the session, you can set up your own reminder, but I will not issue another reminder. Okay. All right. It's 7:55. I love y'all, but I gotta go. I almost wish like all of my Big Brother people, like, I got some other shows to watch, but next week, Wednesday, for all of my Big Brother fans, I'm probably going to set up a Zoom. We got to sit and talk about this season, and however finale night goes, like I want to have either a Clubhouse room or a Zoom for finale night. I even recorded myself when Ozza won, and I deleted it after she made that bullcrap move. But I'm like, I need everyone to experience this live. I'm excited for next week's finale night. So yeah. Zoom party. Okay. Zoom party. Maybe. We should have a Zoom party for finale night. What y'all think? What? Hecky Dawn, I have talked about Big Brother for I've been talking about it all season long. I have been watching Big Brother since season 2 or 3. Because that first season, I was like, oh, I don't know how in the heck they, when I watched the playbacks, like the reruns of the first season, I probably would never watch it. But I watched the first season. The first season was cringy. That one when they were outside in like that glass, like I was like, oh, this is ridiculous. If I don't watch first season, I probably wouldn't be invested. I think I started watching second season. Oh, but yes, I think only one I missed 2 seasons. The year I was pregnant because I was sick as a dog, and anybody had time for that. And last season, All-Star, like this little fake season that they had, season 22, I watched bits and pieces of it. But other than that, I'm here for it all for Big Brother. What? Yeah, I don't know. Season 1 was just, I think had I watched season 1 when it actually came out instead of after I fell in love with the game, I probably wouldn't have. Season 1 was weird to me. The house looked ghetto. It was just weird. All right, y'all, I got to go. It is 7:58. So, okay. Then just go, Brenda, don't worry. I've said it on here, so you are informed about it. Just go to Essentials. It is, I'm going to do it real quick here. It is there, my love. All you have to do is go there. Even if you didn't get it, hey, you're on the live. You heard about it here. So that's better than an email, I think. So you're just going to go to, I went to the wrong thing. Okay, hold on. Essentials Just Launch Studio. You're going to go resume course. Not from here, people. You have to go into the course. You got to go into the course. Live refresher. It's here. Mine says start. Yours will say join. You'll click on it or it says something on there, and all you have to do is register, and then you will be there. But you now know, go into your course. Don't go from here. If you just kind of go here and you're just looking at, you're just looking at this page, you're not going to be able to click on anything. This is not clickable. You have to go into the course. So either resume course there or from the other one. It is the very last one. It is there for you to click on to join the Zoom. All right. All right, y'all. Gotta go. It's 8 o'clock. I hear the alarm. My alarm going off, y'all. I talk to y'all later. Until next time, guys, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. It is Big Brother time. If you don't know I'm excited, go to channel, go to CBS. Go watch Big Brother with me. Watch in spirit with me. We'll be watching together. You'll feel like you're at my home watching because you'll know that I'll be watching too. Get you some food and go eat, go watch Big Brother. All right, y'all. Peace.